Welcome back to What's the Juice at the Juicy T 1111 Energy. Yes, you guys, I found the handle. That's it. That's done. We're done. We ain't messing with the handles no more, okay? Many of you are trying to get a handle on a lot of things, okay? You could be having to get some things just so you could do something else. Broaden the horizons or something like that. Add to some things. Take it how it resonates, but thank you so much for all of the likes, the shares, and the subscribes. Hit your notification bell and tapping into the message. Before we get started, let's bring in protection. I call upon the divine light to surround me. I invite my guides, ancestors, and protectors to stand with me. No harm, no deception, no lower energies may enter this space. Only what serves truth, healing, and highest good is welcome here, and so it is. Okay, family, let's tap into this message. Yeah, there's some energies about, as I'm looking at the bottom of the deck. Yes, there's always this energy, but I feel like this energy is here because of your spiritual ranking, okay? Jealous, okay, maybe affecting your relationship. Somebody could be in a relationship where they're dealing with some jealous energies here, okay? Feminine energy could be jealous, pertaining to, I don't know, someone being kind to someone else. Someone may have gotten jealous for somebody holding a door open for you. Only take that how that resonates, okay? That's just what I heard, okay? Yeah, somebody here wants to clear the air, clearing the air, clearing up misunderstandings through communication. Somebody's clearing the air here. I feel like, man, I can't even begin to tell you what's out there, honestly. Because once people get a hold of your accounts and they do things and they start messing with stuff, ain't no telling what's out there, family. You know what I'm saying? I'm fighting hard trying to get back my phone number and my email address because I don't even know, what's going on. And many of you, I feel like you are fighting trying to get your stuff back because it's like, shit, who's doing what with it? You know what I mean? Type energy. Shit, I'll tell you right now, I had pictures pop up on me that I had deleted. I know I deleted them. Some of y'all could be, that could be bothering you, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what people are doing, right? People up here, it says keeping up appearances, okay? Keeping up appearances and acting like everything is fine, okay? That's what a lot of people are doing, but I don't feel you're in that energy, family, because you are not one to try to care about trying to keep up with the Joneses. For real, it's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't mind cleaning up for the right person. Right now, many of you are single. You're not cleaning up for anybody. You're going to work, you're doing your thing, you're going to school, you're doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? You're not trying to impress anyone, You definitely can, but that's just not where you're at right now. A lot of people are kind of jealous of this nonchalant energy, and it's not that you're nonchalant. You got other things on your mind. Okay, this is what I'm picking up. You got other things on your mind, right? But you do have a lot of unspoken desires as well, okay? Unexpressed inner desires, often hidden, okay? Needs or emotions. And with this needs or emotions, I almost said needs some emotional attention. Like maybe you need some attention, right? But because it's scarce in the world today, okay? You ain't trying to walk up on nobody else's man or woman. That's a no-go, right? I keep picking up on the energy of like, you want something that's your own, but then you're also content with whatever the divine wants you and needs you to have. So if the divine is telling you be still right now, you could be experiencing some inner conflict with this, but this is the truth, though. Whew. This is the truth, okay? And when I say be still, this inner conflict you're having, there's an inner conflict. Somebody could be having an inner conflict when it comes to making some sort of decision, and it's difficult for them, okay? They're trying to get something cleared up here. They want to get some sort of effective communication to get things cleared up. But it's like, some of you, you just stand in your truth, and that's another thing, okay? The truth will get you hated, honey. I ain't lying. A lot of people do not like the truth whatsoever, but the truth is what it is. There are people that tell partial truths versus you just straight with the truth. and only sharing parts of the truth that benefit themselves. So you got a lot of people up here that been lying to other folks, and it's like, stop lying, because there's two sides to every story. And I guarantee you, if you were standing right there, their story wouldn't match up to your truth, and that's a problem. See, these people up here, they trying to paint you out to be something, especially if you going through identity theft and they done confiscated your phone numbers and your emails and all that kind of weird shit. They could be doing and saying anything. You feel me? And you like, huh? Okay? But somebody's intrigued, okay? Someone is intrigued by you, and they want to know you better. And I feel like this is why they're going back and forth. They're having an inner conflict, because they're having some people say no, and then they're having other people say, well, wait a minute, this person, you know what I'm saying, they've passed the friendship test here, okay? Somebody's getting a new perspective here. There's some sort of adventure waits. And I feel like you got a lot of people that are jealous of that. You got a lot of people that are jealous of that. People are jealous that somebody is getting a new perspective. Someone helps you to see things from a new perspective. You're helping someone to see something from a new perspective, because you have to look at this. Oh my goodness, I just heard that spirit. It's like the survival thing going on right now, right? You know that saying they always had, survival of the fittest, right? And you're like, well, wait the fuck a minute. Oops, quick disclosure, I do cuss and curse and speak the truth and call out names when guided too. But you like, wait the fuck a minute. You have been a part of a nation of people who that is all they have known to do was survive. Okay? It wasn't that, they were lazy or any of that. I promise you. It wasn't none of that. It was that, you had people pointing or accusing others of being lazy and non-contributors. But it's like, how were they not contributing? And I'm not talking, hold up, I'm gonna keep this for 1,000. I am speaking about Generation X. Okay, my generation, I know we were contributors. Okay, so you was born in the 70s, the 60s. Okay, I think it was like 1960. Let me look it up. I don't even want to play with it. Let me look it up. The years of Generation X. 1965 to 1980. Okay? So Generation X was from 1965 to 1980. So if you were born within those years, you already know you was contributing, right? But you're tired now. You kind of, you're at this point now where shit, you kind of don't give a shit. You kind of, and when I say you don't give a shit, it's not like you don't give a shit, but it's like, shit, you don't put in your bid, you don't work. Okay, you don't work. Okay, you weren't lazy at all. I feel like somebody here is, looking at people that are trying to keep up with the Joneses versus you just speaking the real true facts. And somebody here kind of just, admires that, especially when, you deal with people that live in fear all the time. They tend to lie the most because they're afraid of the consequences. I promise you they are. They're afraid of consequences. So when people are afraid of consequences, they be lying through their damn teeth. And you looking like, why you lie like that? You know what I'm saying? Just say what happened or do what, you know what I mean? But there's a lot of that going on. Somebody here is looking at something like this was a friendship test. Your friendship is being tested for loyalty. But see, it's like, shit, can they respect your truth, though? This is the energy as well. You are always loyal, but can you respect the truth, though? The truth of the matter when it comes to certain situations, okay? A lot of people aren't willing to accept or even respect the truth, okay? But some sort of adventure is here, okay? It says an unknown adventure awaits in a relationship. Oh, wow, really? Well, okay. All right, well, hey, I'm going to tell you now, take it how it resonates, okay? For those of you, you may be heterosexual, you may not be, but, okay? Whew. Nevertheless, there is some sort of adventure that awaits within a relationship, okay? Let's get some more on this message, on this energy. Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah, see, this is the part that needs to be avoided, are all the mind games, the emotional interactions and irritations. I almost said the emotional irritations, okay? But there's the emotional interactions, okay? Involve control and manipulation. See, this is what is keeping this relationship issue the way it is, I feel, okay? Because you're like, look, I don't have time to play. I feel like you're an energy where you respect all, just leave you alone type energy, right? You know, you ain't bothering nobody, don't bother you. But there's a lot of people out here where your truth is bothersome. Okay, you just speaking your truth is bothering people. But then it's like you stand on it. It is what it is. There, you don't have to lie about shit. You ain't made up nothing. You saw what you saw. You heard what you heard type energy. You know what I'm saying? You ain't making up shit. Shit's really happening to you. You are speaking on the truth. This is irritating to a lot of people, though, especially the ones that are tied up in them love triangles with those hidden emotions, entanglements, and stuff. You know, people. When you're dealing like that, you got a lot of people. They're afraid for their other half to find out, or for it to be cut off, right? You got them out here overthinking. Thoughts and emotions are tangled up, leading to overthinking, because you got people out here, they're like, damn, they like the life they live. And I'm not trying to be the judge, okay? Somebody got mad at me already in the comments. I said, good Lord, have mercy. They was like, oh, don't tell me I'm not supposed to judge. And I said, well, it's not that you're not supposed. When I say judge, right, I'm talking about when you see somebody, don't judge them like that. Now, if somebody does something to you, by all means necessary, you can pass down judgment. Okay? That's different. That's why I try to tell everybody, take it how it resonates. Make it make sense for you. I'm not saying you can't pass down judgment, especially if somebody is directly affecting you and doing something to you. Then yeah, you're gonna pass down judgment. That's how fights be breaking out, right? Back in the day, something happened, you didn't agree with it, when you were younger growing up, y'all get to scuffling and stuff. That was a form of judgment. Well, now that you've matured, okay, I'm speaking to a mature audience at this time, a mature audience. Did you hear me just say that? Okay? There's different ways that you pass down judgment. And I don't know about y'all, but when they say your tax dollars goes to these people and shit that's supposed to be doing their job, who else you supposed to go to? I'm just saying, okay? Because for many years, my ancestors, they had to work with no payment and then got taxed. It was weird because when they started getting money, they got taxed more than other, I almost said that. I'm not going to say that, Spirit. More than other people. Just say that. Spirit was like, more than other entities. I'm like, oh, shit. Okay? And this is the truth that's being uncovered. Because a lot of people just look at it like, oh, they ain't shit. They ain't shit. They ain't shit. Well, I want to stand corrected. I got to. Because, look. No matter where you come from. Okay? No matter where you come from. You got to stand for something or you going to fall for every fucking thing. And that's the facts. That's the facts. You got to stand for something or you going to fall for everything. Okay? So it says here, yeah, there's a lot of people that are figuring out that, yeah, truths are being uncovered. There's an uncovered truth here. Uncovered evidence will change your view on some things. When people just keep coming for you and you like, well, hold the fuck up. Wait a minute. What I do to you again? Remind me, tell me exactly what I've done to you. Most of these people can't even say you've done something to them. All they can say is they heard a rumor and this rumor and they ran with it. And that's because you got people out here that just don't think for themselves. So they are tied in to other people who think for them. That's them overthinkers. I can't make it up. That's that inner circle energy. That inner circle energy out here says, are you being excluded from the inner circle? I ain't mad at it. Me. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the people nowadays, man, they don't have compassion. They don't have empathy. Okay? A lot of people don't have compassion and empathy anymore. I'm telling you, this has turned into a dog eat dog world. Dog eat dog world. And that's the shit I'm talking about. You know what? I just heard Demolition Man. Also, thank you for the movie drops in the comment. Cliffhanger, man, that movie right there, the beginning of it was jacked up. You understand me? Okay? But I just heard Demolition Man. Okay? And that was how the Great Divide happened. You had people living underground, and then you had people eating at Taco Bell like that was a delicacy restaurant and shit. I was like, what? Okay? These are the people that be out here putting on them facades, okay? Facade of concern, acting like they really care, and they really don't. Okay, you got a lot of people out here putting on a facade and shit. If I care, I care. If I don't, I don't. But you would know. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, someone's concern may not be sincere, hiding ulterior motives, and that is the energy, because that's what a lot of these people have been doing. Okay? And this is a shocking discovery to a lot of folks, because you know, how does that go? You know, you do unto others as you want done unto you, right? But then a lot of people be putting on a facade when it comes to that. So there's a shocking discovery here. A shocking discovery is on the way, okay? Somebody here that may be wanting to come towards you, right? They're trying to weigh out their emotions at this time, or their feelings pertaining to this, okay? I'm gonna tell you what it's involving, right? You got somebody out here questioning their moral standards and values, for real. You got a lot of people that don't give a damn, seriously. But then there is somebody here that is questioning their moral standards and values, and how they, you know, should move forward pertaining to whatever circumstance or situation it is. Because there's a supportive circle here, and the supportive circle says you will encounter people who truly care and support you. And that's what it should be about. Not about, man, let me tell you, if every, look, man, if everybody got to a spot or a point in their life where they did not pass judgment on anyone, man, do you know how everybody would be flourishing, right? But it's been a great divide. It's been a great divide. And because of that, trying to bring people back into where it's like, look, I'm not saying everybody has pure, clear intentions. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that you will know who does have pure, clear intentions. Pure, clear intentions. I didn't say anything else but pure and clear. Okay? And look, and this would be an unexpected revelation. Okay, a shocking revelation will change your perspective. This is what I'm talking about. Like, somebody out here is getting ready to experience something that is going to change their perspective, and I feel like it is something to do, and it's very magical, okay, with this unicorn sitting here. Now, they don't have a horn, but that looks like a Pegasus. Excuse me, this is a Pegasus, okay? So there is some sort of unexpected revelation. A shocking revelation will change your perspective. Now, where did we see perspective? Because somebody else is over here trying to get a better perspective on some things. Oh, I know, I just seen that. Where is that perspective? I feel like, you know, somebody is seeing right here, okay? Somebody is seeing something from a different perspective. I don't know if they've done some research on what you have enlightened them to or have spoken about, but somebody is trying to see something from a different perspective. Tell me more about this unexpected revelation, because I'm telling you, man, shit, there's a lot of people that don't want unitedness. I'm telling you, they don't want unitedness, and then they're like, and then they pick and choose who they want to be united with, and it's like, well, what the hell is wrong with you? If a person is cool, they cool. If they not, they not. You know how to move accordingly. If they ain't cool, you ain't messing with them. If they cool, all right, cool. Tell me more, Spirit. What is this unexpected revelation? What is this unexpected revelation? Woo, Okay, there could be somebody that is like in your energy field that wants to confess how they feel for you. This is what could start this, adventure that is awaiting. Okay. Tell me more. Yeah, it has a lot to do with group dynamics here, okay? Group dynamics are shifting. All right? There's a lot of people that are seeing things from a different perspective, okay? The group dynamics playing with the mind games over here, okay? You got people that are playing mind games, but then you got people in the group that are like, well, why play the games? What's wrong with just standing 10 toes down? Like, I've been listening to 107.5 lately, right? That's a radio station. And, I mean, I've been listening, and I'm like, damn, they're talking about, when you see a friend doing some toxic shit, check their ass. Right? Because it's like, what are you doing toxicity for? Because karma is real. I don't care what nobody say. Karma is real. It comes back around. And you be looking at people and they mad, right? They mad at you, but then they don't realize whatever they did, whatever they're going through is because they did something to somebody that they didn't really have no business doing it to. Type energy. That's that protective shell that's coming out. Someone is keeping their true emotions hidden for self-protection. And a lot of people are doing that right now because they don't know who they can trust. I ain't mad at them, shit, okay? Especially right now these days, you don't know who you can trust. So therefore, people are keeping themselves protected. They have a protective shell around themselves because they don't know who they can trust. And it's sad. It's really sad that it has come to that. Because how did it get that way, family? Because we have people out there lying and shit, manipulating situations. Lying on people. You like, bitch, don't lie on me. Like, that's the worst thing. Don't lie. Listen, don't lie on me. I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? And that's the energy. And a lot of people, they don't, you're supposed to be the fall guy. You're supposed to be the one that, you know what I'm saying? And then they go and bring in others. To defile your character. Right. I cannot make it up. Do you see what just came out? Okay. That's what they be doing. See, when you be exposing the lies that people be telling, oh boy, the truth will eventually be exposed. So, people sitting here, they trying to exposing lies. It says the truth will eventually be exposed. And that's where we're at right now today. You've got people that have been putting everybody else down, trying to keep this little circle of drama going, when really the truth will be exposed. There ain't been nobody doing nothing but one group of fucking people. And I can say that, because I'm seeing that on other YouTube channels, okay? Where folks are standing up talking about, nah, it's just one group of motherfuckers that's been doing their thing. Okay? And that's the facts. This is one group of people that have just been keeping up the drama. Okay? Take it how it resonates, alright? So that is the message for today. Thank you for tapping in. I love you and the divine loves you. Let's get ready to close out, okay? Divine, I release the weight of deception and betrayal. I stand rooted in my truth. I call back my power, my light, my peace. I am whole and I am becoming, and so it is. And until next time, I love you and the divine loves you. Ashe.